Hallelujah, 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 Hosanna. He has made me glad, oh, he has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. He has made me glad, oh, he has made me glad. I will rejoice, for he has made me glad. When all my world seemed oh so dark, he turned my darkness into light. When mountains stood in my way, he turned them into a plain. He made the crooked places smooth, he has made me glad. When going through the wilderness, he made a way for me. He told me he will never leave me, he held me by the hand. He turned my sorrows into praises, he has made me glad.
Hello everybody. Welcome to Talk to Me. I'm this woman of God, Rose Bijou Ramirez. I know you've been waiting for this topic like nobody's business. All good things come to those who wait. I know we're a bit later than we anticipated to be, but I promise you this is an amazing moment. You're going to be blessed. So if you have not liked our page yet, this is Christianity Daily Empowerment. See, empowerment, yes, to encourage us and inspire us. If you are on YouTube, we are on YouTube as Rose Bijou Ramirez. Go and subscribe and share this because you don't want to miss this tonight's topic. Why are men intimidated and threatened by ambitious and successful women? I know that the woman of God, Mama Selena, is happy to be here. I know that the man of God, Pastor David Efole, he's not intimidated by women. He loves women. Yes, you do, don't you, Pastor David? And Pastor David Efole has got his own single coming out tomorrow. You deserve the glory. You don't want to miss that. Go on his YouTube, David Efole, subscribe there so that you don't miss out on this new single. Hallelujah. God will bless you. Oh, let me not stop preaching. So, are you there? Have you shared? If you connect, share. If you don't like Facebook, go to YouTube. Share. Yes, man. Share and invite people. So, without wasting time, I want to invite my first partner in crime of tonight. She knows how she calls me. I'm going to bring her on. Get ready. Come on, Juanita. Get sharing. Here we go. Hello.
Hello. Hello,
How are
hello,
you?
hello.
How are
I'm
you?
fine, Maestro. I'm fine, thank you.
Ambitious and successful woman. How are
Oh,
you?
oh, I'm fine, thank you. I hope it's the same. How are you yourself?
I am ambitious and empowered and successful.
Yes,
Blessed and
that's the
favored.
mood.
um,
That's the mood I have right now. To be honest, I'm
mhm.
so excited about tonight's
Yes.
show. I
Do you-
can't wait. Yeah, go ahead.
so I want you to tell us, what do we mean by ambitious in the first place? 'Cause I'm saying I'm ambitious and I'm empowered and I'm successful. Do you like that? You seem to like that tone. What do we even understand? What do we mean when we say ambitious?
Well, when we say ambitious person, it's basically a person who has a strong desire to
Hmm.
achieve and to succeed. That's my
Hmm.
understanding.
I
Simple as
like
it
that.
is.
I
Having a
was
strong desire to achieve and to succeed.
I love that. Just
Yeah.
introduce yourself to the people connected tonight. What is your name? Where you
Yeah.
connected from? Because I'm so excited about this topic that I went ahead and just asked you for the definition. Tell the
Well,
people connected where you're connecting from and what your name is and what you do for a living.
oh, okay. Thank you, Maestro. My name is Sister Jacqueline Zamundu. Basically, I'm a hematology nurse. I live in Bristol. I'm a woman of God. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. And also, I'm there for you. And also, I've got if you can allow to me, I've got a Facebook page called Efrata. So yes, so when we basically I'm one of the hosts on Efrata Facebook page. Yeah, that's me.
Fantastic. You are definitely ambitious and successful. God
Thank
bless you.
you.
God bless you, Francis Garcia, that is connected. Yasmin, we will dance later. Please let Maddie know we will dance to the tune of my song, Hosanna, my highest president. And this is business, important business. Why are men so threatened by successful and ambitious women? Why are they, Jackie? Can you tell me? Can you tell the men connected today? Why are they threatened by successful and ambitious women? Why?
Well, I can say it's just that they don't want to admit that women can succeed, basically. And
Mm,
some men, especially in our culture, African men, they
hmm.
always think that they are above women and they can do anything. Like women is more domestic job. So
Hmm.
some of them, they don't accept it, that there are some women in the society that they have that strong desire to achieve and to succeed. So once they meet a woman like that, they feel intimidated. So yeah,
Mm.
it's just the fact that they don't want to accept it, I'll say. They don't want to accept that there are some women basically, sorry, that can basically achieve and succeed in their lives.
I like that. So
Yeah.
they're in denial. They don't want to
Yes.
accept. So it's not
Yeah.
that they don't want this. That the reason they don't like successful women is because they don't want people, women, to actually achieve
Yeah.
anything. Good. So I am going to introduce, or I'm going to let you introduce
Yes.
tonight's
I'm
one of
going to
tonight's
introduce
guests. Yeah.
one of our
Mm.
guests, I would say, is a very powerful woman, a very strong woman. She's a senior. So I'm trying to say my senior 4 times nurse, and she's also a businessman, a businesswoman.
Businesswoman.
Sorry,
Mm.
a
Mm.
businesswoman. Her name is Sister Anna Awole. So welcome, Sister Anna.
Hi, good evening,
Hello.
everybody. Hi,
Hi.
Jacqueline. Hi, Rose. Good
How are
evening.
you, Anna?
I'm fine. Jacqueline, that was a very, I feel very privileged and I need to be humbled. Senior. Gosh, how many seniors do I get?
I love that. Do you know what, Anna? Before you introduce yourself, I love how she said senior, 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 because I've known Anna since 2011, believe it or
Yes.
not. And she qualified as an ODP after having done business and everything else. And then this woman has just flown from 2011. She still left me where I was. She found me. And she's just flown up there to becoming chief this, chief that of nursing. And I'm telling you, she's, yes, senior, and a businesswoman. So before
Yeah.
we go into what you do, Anna, can you just tell us what your name is? then what you do for a living, just briefly, and then we're gonna dive into tonight's topic of why men feel so intimidated by successful and ambitious women.
Okay, so my name is Anna Woolley, and I am the director for Coco Afrique, and I also work within the NHS uh, clinically and also at a corporate level. So I'll leave it like that. I
Can you
hope
can
that.
you recap the last bit?
We love our NHS.
So I work in the NHS, and I
Mhm.
work clinically, and I also work at a
Mhm.
corporate level.
Wow.
Okay. I love that. So she works
I do.
for the NHS and she works at corporate level. So this woman is a successful and ambitious one. So Anna, I'm going to let Jackie ask you the first question and I'll go for the
Okay,
second one. Mm.
all right.
Oh, wow, Anna, it's a privilege basically to have you tonight. My first question is that why do men feel intimidated by ambitious women? Why?
So it's a very good question, and I
Mm-hmm.
think in a way, as women, we are answering this question, but at the same time, we almost want men to also be the ones to kind of also offer us answers to the question. I'll put that out there first.
Yeah.
So if there are any guys on there, it would be nice to just hear
Pastor
what they
David,
think.
Brother Francis, answer these questions, please. Yeah, we want to
If there's
hear.
anyone
Come
out
on.
there that can really say the reason why
Yeah.
they feel like that. And I think if
Mm-hmm.
we look at the people that are in this room were African women, and
Yeah.
Mm,
obviously our cultural preference, or should I say our culture, in
Mm.
terms of the men, their preference in how they react or deal with things are totally different from, should I say, other cultures. So we
Yeah.
tend to find that men have been quite, should I say, looked upon in Africa as a provider, and then when
mhm,
they are now at that position that they cannot maybe provide anymore, or
Mm.
b they're in a position whereby the woman is at the same level playing field or is doing better, because we
Mm-hmm.
tend to see that the women in the UK anyway do a lot more better than the men in the UK. Not saying that our African men don't do well, but
statistically, anyway, yeah,
yeah, you tend
that's
to
true
find.
statistic. Yeah.
Mm.
Absolutely. And you tend to find that the women are doing well. So it's quite difficult, should I say, for men that see a woman going to work and coming back, and maybe he hasn't got a job. So then again,
Mm.
Mm,
it comes to how the woman is able to treat the man as a result of,
the
maybe not
success.
having a job, yeah, or the fact
Mm.
that she's succeeding a lot more. So
Yeah.
it also depends on the relationship dynamic. So
Mm,
what do you in a relationship discuss together?
Mm.
If it's not about one person winning. If one person wins, we both win. If the other person wins,
Mm.
we both win. I think that should
yeah.
be the way it should be. But
Yeah.
really the question is, if we look culturally, I remember being back in Nigeria, and I was kind of sorting out the office, and the carpenter came in, and I can never forget the story. And the same question came up, and the question
Mm.
was more around, if your wife builds a house before you, would you live in the house? And
Mm,
he was like, never, I will never live in the house, God forbid. And
uh,
he was
really?
totally
Wow.
against it. Like, it has to be him that succeeds before his wife. And even at
Mm,
that, he made it very clear that he wouldn't have it if she succeeded and was the one to so I think it's mindset. It's sometimes as well looking at their background, their upbringing. What
mm,
How did their parents bring them
Yeah.
up? Was there
love that.
Wow.
rivalry in the house? Were there more than one wife? There's
Mm.
so
Mm,
many different reasons that we can put on this. It's
Mm.
mm.
how were they brought up, and why do they have those beliefs and values?
Mm.
And should it not just be that whoever makes it, it's you've got double the chance of making it.
Exactly.
you
Mm,
know you got double the chance of
yes.
making it if one, at least if there's two people trying to
Yeah.
to play this game we call the world. I mean, it's not a game, but in this reality that we're in, if you're one person, you have one chance of being successful, and there's two of you, you've got double the chance, which means that you
Mm.
can make something of your life, can't you? So
Yes.
I don't it's a hard question, Jacqueline,
It
but at the
is.
same time it's a very good question, because it would be good if we can crack it, and
Yeah.
we can't as women decide not to follow our dreams or our
Mm-hmm.
vision because the person that is with us, or the person that we want to be with, refuses
Mm-hmm.
to follow that same kind of mantra or that same belief about moving forward in life. So it's
Wow.
a very interesting question, and I think at the same time, it'd be nice to see what the men have to say.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, are there any men connected? Can you make your signs? Are you suddenly hiding because you are intimidated right now by all these women on this platform? Okay. Thank you so much, Jacqueline, for asking that question. Keep the second question for coming for the next guest.
Okay.
I'm going to bring my next guest in, Anna. Thank you so much. I think you're very elaborative on your answer there, but I love how you're so professional about not trying to hit the men in their head by saying, yes, you are so, you don't like women, you don't like successful women. And I love how you're very, very putting yourself in a professional way and not banging on about them being hating on us. That's amazing. But the thing is, as much as this question is difficult to answer, it's one question that is always lurking around there. A woman applies for a job. If they apply for the same position with a man, you can almost see that the man believes he's going to get the job before the woman. Even if the woman is more qualified, even if the woman has, stands a better chance, you always see that if you apply for chief nurse, job, or you apply for a managerial post in a company, the man almost has that confidence he's gonna get it more than the woman. And so that's why we have to ask this question. So why are they threatened? Thank you, Yasmin. So I'm going to bring my next guest. She is another ambitious and successful woman. I've known this woman for almost all my life that I've been in Europe, and we've doing hairdressing, she's done it all. Doing sorts of little jobs in small shops, she's done it all. And now she's doing an amazing job of bringing up kids. She's done it all. So I'm gonna bring her up. Hello, Nova, Miss Nova.
Hello. Hello.
How are you? Why do I only see your forehead? Can you just bring your chair back a little bit? Don't touch your camera. Don't touch your camera. That's perfect. We struggled to get this camera going. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Hello, Anna. Hello, Jacqueline. Hello, Rose.
Hi, Nova.
Hiya.
For those who don't know me, my name is Rose Bijou Ramirez.
Hello,
I didn't
Rose.
introduce myself. Nova, can you tell us where you're connecting from and what it is that you do and why you love this topic of tonight so much?
Hi, my name is Nova Ngaesi. I'm a servant of God. I'm from Bristol. Right now, I'm in Bristol, and then I work as a mother. I'm as a full-time mother, and I work part-time in NHS as a healthcare assistant, and also on top of that, I'm a hairdresser. So
very good hairdresser at that.
I love this topic because I am one of the ambitious women here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am ambitious.
What do you do that makes you ambitious? What makes men think you're an ambitious woman?
I think sometimes I come up with ideas that are bigger than my size, and people around me will look at me like, what are you talking about? And yes, I think my ideas are bigger than I think.
Before Sister Jackie can ask another question, I just want to talk to Sister Anna for a bit, and then I'll come to Sister Nova. You see, I've been brought up in an African culture where a woman was almost being, I'm sorry to say this, I'm not belittling African women, those are connected, but it's almost a woman has been told to shut up and be empty. Shut up, be empty, and wait for a man to fill you up. By that, I mean, you're not allowed for your brain to race with questions, race with inspiration. It's got to be empty, and a man has got to fill you up with ideas. And one of the ideas we were filled up with is that you got to get married and have kids, and that was it. So if you start thinking about something other than being a wife, other than being a mother, other than learning how to cook, suddenly people will start making eyes and making comments. Oh, you will never find a good husband. And so women these days have almost been revolting, saying like, we don't want that. They're being seen to be rebellious because they're saying we want that, we want kids, we want marriage, we want the kitchen, but we want more as well. And then when women want that more, is what Sister Jackie said, you want to be successful. And that is what becomes a threat. Why do you want more than what we as a society, as a culture, have already decided you should have and be? So, Anna, why did you want more? You went and started Coco Afrique. Why?
Um, it's another good question.
Mm,
But I think, vision is the thing that you see. Nobody else really sees that vision but you.
mm,
And it's deep inside you, and it's you
mm,
can either be lazy about it and do nothing with it,
mm.
or you can decide to chase it and you've got nothing to lose. So
Yeah.
it's around, what do you want to do with your life? And if you look at what you want to do with your life, and think that the vision is achievable, and just like Sister Nova said, sometimes it's bigger than what we think we can ever do, and some people don't do it. And some people decide, you know what, I'm going to go for it, and even if I fail, at least I've tried it. I'd rather die trying than not even trying at all.
Oh, I
So,
love that. Mhm.
it's around,
Can you
how do
repeat
we,
that? Can you'd rather die trying than what?
they're not trying at all.
Not trying at all.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah.
that.
So I think it's around, how as women do we empower each other,
Mm.
so that when we hear a vision from someone else and we feel that we can align to that vision, we support each other. Because I know there's loads of women out there that got fantastic ideas, and I mean ideas that maybe will change nations, or help, the homeless, or help children out there that are suffering. There's so many things out there, but we just believe we can't do it. And either because we've been told we can't do it, or either, like, what we've been saying before, we have, unfortunately, partners that are not supportive. And when you have someone that kills your dreams, that when you now have a massive problem, because then it's quite difficult to pick up yourself when you're not being supported, or you don't have people that can take that dream and work with you. It doesn't take one person to create, kind of that vision. It takes a whole lot of people. You cannot, I always say, you can't bury yourself and you can't raise yourself. It takes someone to, if anyone dies, it takes a whole community to bury them. And if, someone gives birth, it takes a whole community to raise that child. So if you're looking at business, it's going to take a whole community to do that business. You can't do it in silo. It's just not possible. So it's around, how do you take your vision and go and share it with people that want to listen? Because you find that
Yeah.
not a lot of people align. You would tell people the business, and I'm sure, Sister Nova, you've done that, and people haven't just paid you any attention because it
Yeah.
doesn't align with them. But if you talk to people enough and tell them enough about your vision, then you can either start finding people that align with this, just like Sister Rose has created this platform. And if people align with her, that is why they willing to give their time and energy and space to kind of, make this vision a reality. So I think, as women, it's about your vision, and I think you need to hold your vision strong. You need to make sure that you do not allow anyone or anything to stop that vision. If that's the last thing you do on this earth, is to ensure that whatever you have achieved, or whatever you have set out to achieve, that you try to achieve it. No, if it's just one thing you do a day, write it down. That's one of the very important things. Write it down. Write down what you want to achieve and by when, and just keep at it. I think, because what we tend to do is think about it, and fantastic ideas come, and then we forget about it. It could be something in 2-3 years time that reminds you. But if you've got this written down, doesn't have to be one thing. It could be multiple things. You could have multiple ideas. And if you write it down, I guarantee you, because with Cocoa Freak, I wrote it down and I can never forget it. The day I wrote it down, what I wanted to do, how much I needed, and it was quite funny because I felt I needed a particular amount of money. I needed 5 times the amount of money.
Yeah.
I needed 5 times it.
Mm.
And I didn't know how I was going to get that money. But you know what? I went back to restudy.
Yeah.
So I did something else. It doesn't mean that you must end because you haven't got it at that point. If it means doing something else that will still lead to that vision, that is still the journey. So, like,
Absolutely.
Sister Nova being a healthcare assistant, she can say, I'm going to go into nursing now because that's going to bring me so much more, in terms of income. So, therefore, when I get there, I'm still going to go with that plan that I had. Doesn't mean you're not doing that business, or you haven't got that vision's still burning.
Yeah.
And it's now when you get to that point where you're financially able to start investing in it, then you start investing. That is still part of the
Absolutely.
journey, and it's still part of your learning curve. So it's just about a vision right now. I think people just
Thank
hold on
you.
to their visions, say it to people that want to hear it, and people that don't want to hear it, don't tell them again. Let it end there, and then you just keep going until you realize that vision.
Thank you so much. Wow.
That's
I
true.
Wow.
love how you're so elaborative in your answers. Coco
Yeah.
Africa. So we're gonna talk about business in a minute. Your next question is coming up, Sister Jackie. So on what on what Anna just said now, it's important to write down and don't just write it down and leave it. I said earlier, women are expected to be in a certain cage and stay there. The minute you step out of that zone, society, culture has already, because they decided that's where you got to be, they start to worry, not knowing you could be beneficial for them. You know, like Anna said earlier, one person can succeed, but two people can succeed better than one person. So instead of feeling intimidated by ambitious women, maybe it's about time that the culture got a grip and embraced women being there. Let's have more vice presidents like Kamala Harris is in the world. Let's have more of that. My goodness, let's have more of that. Why not? A woman can bring ingredients that men do not have. It's not about competition to fight each other, but it's about complementing each other in order for a
Yes.
better society.
Yes.
Now, I've spoken to men since they're not there to comment. We said the reason they don't really like, they feel threatened by ambitious women is because they are worried about disobedience. According to them, when a woman starts to earn more money, they lose respect for men. When women start to earn more, they feel they're on top of the world, so they don't listen to men anymore. Because women are supposed to be seen and not be heard. Now, suddenly, when a woman is starting to earn more, they are not just seen, they are heard too. I walk into a room sometimes, I don't need to say anything. My presence is being heard, and I love that because I don't walk around with my head down. I know who I am. And
Yes.
Yeah.
so women are told not to be ambitious because these men are afraid of the drama. You will walk in and you shine on, you dim their limelight. And I think that's a very wrong way to think. So thank you, Anna, for what you just shared. Your next question, Sister Jackie, please.
Well, I had my question, but based on what Sister Anna just said, that when you have a vision, you have to write it down, and then
Yes.
also you give yourself a target. Like, when do you wanna achieve or accomplish that mission? So it gives me with two questions, but I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with that question. Like, you need to write your vision down and then give yourself a target. Sister Anna, do you think like giving yourself a longer target can help you to achieve your vision?
Well, it depends what the vision is. It depends how big
Okay.
the vision is. So
Okay.
the vision is a small vision
Mm-hmm.
that is achievable in the next 6 months or in the
Yeah.
next week,
Yeah.
then there's no point prolonging it. But let's say the
Mm-hmm.
vision is a vision that's bigger than you. So you
Yeah.
need kind of financial assistance, you're going to need people because, like we
Yeah.
said, it takes a whole village. So it
Mm-hmm.
depends on how complex it is. If it's very
It
complex
is.
and it
Yeah.
will need you to hire staff, things like that,
Yeah.
you've got to
Yeah.
be prepared. And I think
Mm-hmm.
if you plan poor, you have
Mm-hmm.
poor outcome. So
I
you've got
love
to
that.
plan, yeah, you've got to plan well. You've got to sit
Yeah.
down and say to yourself, how sustainable am I? So
Yeah.
if I'm a business now and I open today, do you want to close in the next 6 months? You don't want that. You want the business to be sustainable. You want it to
Mm-hmm.
last as long as it can. Do you see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to say? So you've
Yeah.
got to look at the complexity of what you want to do and set yourself that target. And it includes looking at finances, looking at your kind of environment, the kind of people you are with. Do you have support? And if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
support, then you've got to try and find people that will support you, and
Okay.
conversations. Everything starts with a conversation. If you have the
Thank
Mm-hmm.
right
you.
conversations in the right places, meet the right people, that's
Mm-hmm.
what changes your life. So you have to be
Okay.
ready to have conversations. And even conversations can actually make your vision come closer than you expect it to, just by conversation. So
Thank
it's
you so
making sure
much.
that you share it with the right people.
I
First,
like that.
share it with the
I
If you
right
love
have your
people.
that.
That's very
vision,
good.
write it down,
Mm.
have a target, but it's important to share it with the right people.
Right
So a
people.
lot of
Yeah.
people's visions are not going anywhere because you shared it with a person that helped you bury it, or that told you that will never work, that told you that
Yeah.
will never succeed. So connecting with the right people, I love that. Sister Nova, I have a question for you.
Okay.
uh, these ambitious women and successful women are being are intimidating men, because basically that's not what men want. They want you to be seen and not be heard. In some cultures, they
Yeah.
don't even want you to be seen. So now, is it because maybe ambition is seen as somehow to be a curse for the men? It's not seen as a blessing.
No. Thank you for your question,
Mm,
Sister Rose.
mm,
To answer this question, I think ambition, being ambitious is not a curse.
mm.
Is
Is it a
not a
sin?
curse. Is a positive word, because when I hear the definition from Sister Jackie and when I research from the definition, so it kind of have one specific definition, that a strong desire to succeed.
Mm-hmm.
Then in that ambition we can see goals. What are your aims? What are your goals? What are your purpose? So what do you want in life? Just to be specified. And to say it's that ambition is a curse, no, 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 no. I'll take it as a blessing. It's from God, because God did not make lazy people.
Mm.
When we go back in the Bible, in the book, I'm sorry, that's why I have to go right
Go, go. I
now.
apologize. Go for it. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I read the book of Matthew 25:14 about the duty of work, when Apostle Paul is talking about people must no
Must
the
work.
gift, the talents, about the talents.
Mm-hmm.
So what they say is the man, the businessman give his talents to three servants. So the two brought back double, but one did not bring anything. He went and buried the bag of money. So
Mm-hmm.
the master removed from what he gave him, but the one who worked, they were successful. The master was happy. It means if a man is a man in a society with a woman in a society achieving well, I think they need to applaud for those women, because is hiding something in the society, is a complementarity, because you can't just have women sitting down and waiting for a man. Women need to work hard to bring something on the table for everyone. If the ambitious woman is going to a negative aspect, that's becoming wrong. We need women to be ambitious, not to compare themselves to men, but to be successful together, to work together as a team, as one, to have one ambition together, that this is why are we working hard?
Yes.
And we need to be together to work hard to be successful. Being successful is not a curse, it's a blessing. We are all praying, we're going to church to pray because we want to be blessed. We
I want
can't
to add
just
on top
pray.
of that. Sorry to stop. I want
Pardon?
to add on top of that. Is it because maybe men, especially those who got wives at home, they think when the woman is ambitious enough, she's going to be problematic at home. This be submissiveness that they like to quote so wrongly will not be working in the house, because they want you to be submissive. So they want you to not be ambitious, not be successful, because then you will be empty and then they will be the lead. So they are afraid that if you are too ambitious, you're going to disrupt the order in the house. You're not going to be a good wife.
No, 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 no. I don't think so. As Black women, well educated, we have that mentality of respecting, being obedient to men, no matter what we have, or being more powerful or ambitious. We still have that mentality of respecting men. I don't think having ambition or being intelligent can remove that respect can make you or put you as a woman who's not respecting a man. I think we still have that position of respecting men no matter what. I don't know, Sister Anna, you are there. I don't know how you feel about it when it's like that. You are in that position before men. Do you disrespect them, or what? How do you treat them in your family, around in the society? I don't think that being in a higher position can bring us to be disrespecting men. I think men are just feeling insecure and they are worried more about their leadership.
Hold on, the insecurity. Somebody wrote there they're selfish. So I want to hear these things. So the men, they feel that women are a threat to them or successful because they feel intimidated because they feel the word you just said, insecure. Somebody wrote they are just selfish. And Esperance just wrote, in this day and age, women give too much credit to men. A man's opinion should not stop you from going after your dreams. And I would add, everyone's opinion, not just a man's, should not stop you from pursuing your dreams. Your third question, please, Sister Jackie, your third question to Sister Anna.
Thank you. Can you hear me? Because I have a problem. I was not able to hear you.
We can hear you. If you can address your question to Sister Anna, please.
Sister Anna, do you think that an ambitious woman or a successful woman, basically they ignore men? Because I'm just gonna relate to what Sister Nova was saying earlier on. I was not able to hear everything. She was talking about respecting men. So do you think that a successful woman ignore men and they just like put themselves first?
Okay, so that's a nice question again, Sister Jacqueline. But I think it depends on what she's gone through, because I think a lot of people are reactive, aren't they? They react based on their experience in life and what they've seen and what men have done in general, and are they in pain? And there's two sides to a coin, isn't it? There's two sides to a coin. If you are going to be successful, there is sacrifice, unfortunately. Not only do you have to sacrifice, your family has to sacrifice. They might not see you. That causes tension in the family. It causes all sorts of issues. And as a woman, we all have to bear that sacrifice, unfortunately, in the home. So it's very interesting. And I think it's one of those questions that, yes, respect is important. It's important to respect people, regardless of who they are, whether they're your husband, whether they're your colleagues, whatever it is, friends, family. Respect is important. And because you have got a little bit of change does not mean that you should treat people any differently. So, it's just like you saying that you see a poor man on the street or someone begging, and then you are not respectful to them, or you use, kind of very bad language, on them because they don't have what you think you have. We just don't know, and I remember being at a trade fair in Nigeria, and I did a trade fair, and a gentleman walked up to us, and he was very dirty, and I mean he was muddy. He had very bad clothes, but the staff that was working with me that day, they kind of walked away from him because they didn't want to serve him. They went to people that were wearing the suits and looking very clean, And I remember going up to him and saying, try the perfume, and I had a conversation with him, and he said, why did you talk to me? And I said to him, I don't get it. I don't understand. He said, no, but I'm very dirty, I'm this and that. And a lot of people I noticed from your staff, they walked away. And then I said to him, it doesn't change who you are. You are still your person. It doesn't mean because you're wearing dirty clothes. You could be coming from a construction site. You could be the owner of a multi-million pound.
See how many opportunities we lose because we look at people's outward appearance.
You could be, and I said to
Good on you, Anna.
And I said you could be the owner of a multi-million pound construction company. You might be coming from side. I don't know what your circumstances, and I'm not here to judge. I'm here to present a product to you, and if you are interested, you buy. So then he looked at me, and he was silent for a very long time, and he said, you know what? Give me 20 of your products.
There you go. An opportunity for a good business deal. Wow, I love that.
He bought 20, and that was because there was respect there.
Yes.
Yes.
He saw that whereas other people had shown that fear, or oh my god, he doesn't look like someone I should talk to. And that's the same thing with business and people. So if you go home and you are acting a particular way because you're successful, it's going to have an impact,
Yes.
right?
Thank you.
So it's around, how do you behave because
Yes.
Yes.
you have something, or you think you
Yes.
look good today,
Yeah.
so why do you behave a particular way? And if you humble a little bit and just listen and look around you, you will get to observe what's going on, and you see a bit deeper than what we normally see. And I think
Thank
that's
you.
where you do not miss the opportunities that will present itself to you.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
That was amazing.
Thank
Sister
you.
Jackie, your last question for tonight, because we got about 15 minutes ago to go, just
Y-
before you ask your
Yes.
question.
Yes.
To me, to any one of us, yeah.
Yes, I have a question. Basically, I'm gonna ask Sister Rose Bijou. Do you think ambition affects our love life? Like being an ambitious woman, does it affect our love life,
I would
Sister
have loved
Rose?
for Anna to answer that question, but she knows that she's running away from the question. I'll answer it briefly because we've got our 15 minutes left of the show. But yeah, oh wow. I think it does. It shouldn't, but I think it does. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
It does. How? I already said earlier, it's not
Mm,
me. Society has got certain um, things it dictates how a
okay.
woman should behave, how a
Okay.
woman should be like. Thank you, Sister Jean Bilonda. She said sometimes, so someone's with me. It does because let's see this way. There's women who are very intelligent, women who
Mm,
are very successful, women who are very educated, but they settle.
okay.
Why do they settle? Because we have been almost taught, trained as women to be shown as to give yourself to a man.
Mm,
Okay. Now, when someone has got a high ranking job, a certain status, a certain high caliber in life, it makes the man feel like she does not want to have a man in her life. I've had people
okay.
tell me, "You're too hard, you're too tough, you need to loosen up a bit." And I ask myself, how am I hard? I'm, I'm a friendly woman. I'm a kind hearted woman. They don't mean I'm not kind, I'm not friendly. They mean I'm a bit difficult for a man to walk up to and shut up. Because that man has already decided if you are educated, you don't want a man.
Mm.
If
Okay.
you drive a certain car, you don't want marriage. That is wrong. So it can be difficult because of the box men put you in, that you
Mm,
don't want marriage, you don't
mm,
want A, you don't want B. But when it's not the case, you may very well want all those things and more. So it is difficult to find love because some women will almost settle, put their education aside, seem to be like they're not successful, almost pretend like the success isn't as important because they want that man. Anna, you know what I'm talking about. They will not come across as, I want to buy a big building. They will say, oh, maybe we can buy a 1 bedroom flat. They sort of downgrade themselves a little bit because
yeah.
they don't want to come across as being too much
Too
for the
much.
man. My mom
Yeah.
always tells me, Rose, you are a bit too much. It's not that it's not in a negative way, but she sort of wants to say, tone it down a bit, otherwise you're not going to get yourself a man. But why do I need to tone myself down? Why can't I be me, ambitious, successful, and have this man accept me? Why can't men see successful women as a benefit? If you have an educated woman, aren't your children going to be well trained in the house? If you have a woman who brings in money to the table, aren't you guys going to have more money in your bank account, to have more business deals, to have more in your household? So it's not about the competition, it's about how much of a better life you can have when you have a successful woman around. So yes, it can affect
Okay.
your love, but it shouldn't.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Sister Bijou. I have 2 more questions. Sorry.
Go for it.
Can we say, so it's basically this one will be to Sister Anne and Sister Nova and then Sister Bijou as well.
Mhm.
Can we say being ambitious is basically having a degree or being educated, or is basically achieving your dream? Because we may have some women that they don't have a degree, but they are doing well in the society. So how do we see ambition? Is basically being educated, having a degree, or is basically the fact that you are able to achieve something and the fact that you succeed in your life? No, basically being able to go to university or having a degree. How do we see ambition?
I'll let Anna answer first.
So thank you, Sister Jacqueline and Sister Rose. So I think ambition is depending on that individual. You know,
Okay.
you can't put a class to it, or you can't box ambition. My ambition might just be to have a lovely hut, you know, in a lovely part of Africa by the beach. That's me. That's all I want to do. That does not
Okay.
mean that somebody else, you know, that wants a skyscraper in Manhattan is, you know, any different. It's just that it's different
Okay.
degrees of, you know, kind of ambition
Desire.
and what they want, you know. So if it depends on that individual, you know, you see so
Okay.
many people in Africa content with just living a beautiful life, that they get everything from the ground. They don't even work with money, they
Yeah.
farm and have
Yeah.
much more healthier lives. So
Mhm.
it depends what you want. Do you want,
Okay.
you know, kind of a complex life that, you know, is full of, you know, complications and stress, because
Thank
it
you.
brings stress itself. And do you want
Yeah.
that, or do you want a life that, you know, fulfillment is just your friends and family and the little, or you know, whatever you call a lot, you know,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
being alive and healthy, that is a lot.
Thank
And
you.
some people might have all the money in the
Thank you.
world, and
Yeah.
unfortunately they've got nothing. So it depends on you as an individual. What is
Yeah.
success to
Absolutely.
you? So ask
Thank
Oh,
you.
yourself. It's not a degree, it's not a master's, it's not a PhD. That brings nothing. It's that individual. If I wake up in the morning, what do I feel? What makes me happy? That is your marker for
Yes.
Thank
okay.
success.
you.
Yes.
Thank
Sister
you so
Nova.
much, sister.
Mhm.
Can you ask the question to Sister Nova? I think she forgot the
Basically, my
question.
question was to know if what is ambition? Is he having a degree, or is he being successful in your life, if I can put it that way,
Yeah. Thank
or
you
being
for the
educated?
question. Yeah, I heard Sister Anna talking about individual. So I think it's not about degree, like Sister Anna said. It's not degree. It's not
Mm,
the amount of houses you have. It's not about what you have, but it's about what you aim to get.
yeah. Yeah.
What do you aim? What is your purpose
Mhm.
in life?
Okay.
Why are you
Thank you.
Thank
living
you.
for? So
Absolutely.
that's what will make your
Thank you.
ambition successful.
Mm.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Wow, that's great. So I'm bearing in
And
mind time. We've got about 7 minutes left. So, Sister Jackie, do you want me to answer that too?
I've got one question for you.
Okay, go for it.
Basically, do you think that, Sister Rose, do you think that being ambitious it benefits women in the society?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That's what we hear. I wish more men could comment. I'm going to share this video to men so that they will come and write comments later for other people to read. Definitely. The reason for this topic was so that we can explain to women it's okay to be ambitious, it's okay to want to be successful, and for men to understand it's very good to desire to marry a successful and ambitious woman. It's very good to want to be around women who are successful because they will inspire you to be even better. So, yes, a successful and ambitious woman is beneficial to the society. They are not there to cause rebellion in the women. They're not
Mm-hmm.
there to create a big group of what my sister call it. My sister says, but you know, I am a feminist. people look at being a feminist in such a negative connotation, negative way. I am a feminist. I'm all for women wanting to succeed. I will support any woman who wants to have a business, any woman wants to study, any woman wants to open a hair salon, any woman thinks selling what's mikate in English? Puffs in the streets is good enough to earn money to feed her kids. I will support that woman. So I'm up for women who, I'm all about women succeeding. So a woman who is ambitious is good for the community, is good for the church, is good for the family. I'm going to go and give you a verse in the Bible. You can go and read it in your own time. For those of us who are Christians, go and read the book of Judges chapter 4. In Judges chapter 4, we've got the only woman judge in the Bible.
Deborah.
The only woman judge, her name is Deborah. That woman is not just a judge, but she's also a prophet.
Prophetess.
Yeah.
What the Bible says in English, prophet, but she's prophetess if we want to make it female. So this woman heard from God and was the one who guided the Israelites to win a battle against a king that was terrorizing the Israelites. She was a judge. She was a person that people went to seek advice from. See, the kings benefited from her. The king benefited from her advice in order to remove the terror. Tell them what God's mind was for them. And when they heard her, they obeyed her, they were able to succeed and remove the enemy that was terrorizing the Israelites. So just being around this successful, ambitious woman benefited a whole nation.
Yes. Yes.
So
I love that.
Yes, she is. Sometimes you don't need to marry the woman. You just need to be around this woman who's well spoken.
Yes.
Anna said about conversations. Who are you having the conversations about your ambitions, your business ideas? Who are you talking to? You can be a man, but you're not succeeding because you're not with the right people. But just being around these successful, ambitious women could open your mind to ideas that could better your life. So definitely educated, successful, ambitious women are very good for our society, very good for the church. When a woman rises up, things change. To educate a woman is to educate a whole nation. So when you've got educated women around, isn't it your kids are going to be well educated? Isn't it the men are going to be well educated? Isn't it the society will be a better society? So I tell you, an ambitious, successful woman is not a threat. She's an asset. God bless you all.
Thank you so much.
So I'm going to let 1 minute for each person to just tell us. I'm going to start with Jackie. A minute. I'm going to tell, and then Nova, and then sister. We're going to end with Sister Anna. Just why should men not feel intimidated by successful women? Why? And given a brief advice so we can round up.
Well, my advice would be they should not feel intimidated, because having, as you just say, that having an ambitious woman is basically a blessing for the nation, for the society. So, and having an ambitious woman basically is a blessing for that man, because it's like having two breadwinners in the house. It's like you taking the, how can I say it? The Lord, you as a man, as Africans tell us, is a man. He's the one who has to work and bring money. But both of you are basically building your house, and we are not eternal. One day we'll die. And having an ambitious woman, it helps you to know, even if I'm not there, this woman can still take care of the house. This woman can still provide for the house. Me being there or not, she will still able to provide. So yes,
I love that.
That's my advice. And
thank you, Sister Nova. 1 minute, please. Just give advice. Should men be intimidated by ambitious women?
No, thank you for the question. I think that men should come together, work together, push women to go forward, to support them, to help them achieve more, not to let them.
Anna, unmute yourself, please.
Not to not to let them lay down or lay back, but men should support women to go forward, not to let them be empty. They really need to support women to achieve.
Thank you.
It's really important.
Thank you. Anna, I want you to give me just a brief summary of your business, Coco Afrique, briefly how you started it and how people can contact you with this business, and then tell men why they shouldn't be intimidated about women.
So okay, I'll start with the men. let's start with men. So it's just one statement really, and it's just that just remember that a woman's vision can save your generation.
Exactly.
And that's all I have to say, because the vision could
Mm.
be birthed in her. We are the ones that give birth to babies. We hold that dream and we birth it. We're the only ones that can do that. So take us out
A
of the
woman's
equation.
what can a woman's vision can do what?
So
It can save a
it can save
generation.
their generation. Can save a generation.
I
Without
love
a
that.
woman
Love
having
that.
having a baby, there'll be no more continuation of life. So, kind of we're the ones that bring life into this world. So let's just remember that.
Thank you.
Then
Tell us about Coco Afrique.
Coco Freak. So yeah, I design handbags. I design perfumes. Candles. Name it. It's we're a luxury brand. We do men's and females fragrances. So,
I wish you had pictures. Where are the pictures?
well, I've got this is a male fragrance. We've got female as well. So that one's called Princess. I don't know if you can see it, but we've got various items that you can check on our website. You can check on our Instagram page. So we've got different perfumes that
Send me your website and I'll share it there
yeah.
for the people. Yeah.
So just go onto the Instagram page as well and just see what we have to
What's the
offer.
Instagram page? Coco
So it's
Afrique.
just Coco Freak. Yeah, Coco Freak.
Okay. I own one of her bags. I was one of her very first buyers of her nicely designed bag. It was better than a Christian Dior bag, and I loved it. How can people who are nurses aspire to be ambitious enough to become chief nurses like yourself?
I
Oh
love.
gosh.
Oh, thank you for that question, Sister Rose.
I'm waiting for an answer.
So,
Yes, same. Let me write down.
Chief nurse Anna, please. You left me 2011. You qualified and I'm still here. Come on, talk. We are
so
listening. You got 1 minute.
I just think it's just like everything. Just plan yourself. What do you want to do? You've got to know what you want to do. You can't decide to move up without knowing where you're going. And you need to look at mentors. Are there people that you want to aspire to be like? And just try and ask them for mentorship and use that as a kind of use them as a role model, hold on to them and keep studying, because I think if you're looking into nursing to develop yourself, I always say to people the next thing you need to do is try get yourself a master's in nursing, or anything leadership or anything around that. Don't just stay where you are and think, oh, I've got a degree in nursing, or I've got a degree in any other clinical kind of degree or whatever, and stop there. You've got to keep learning, that continuity. Just keep learning, do courses, whatever you can do. And then I think one of the good things is a job you want to do, go online, download the job specification, look at what they're asking for, and just start working towards it, ticking those boxes. And I think what will happen eventually, even if you have 80% of it, apply, because you can't have 100% of it. At least
Yeah.
have a good bulk of it and just keep trying. And I think we unfortunately don't help ourselves by not applying in the first place. And
Yeah.
we say, oh, they won't give us the job. Who are the they? It's the they is you for not applying.
Yeah.
So I think just apply, and you never know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
thank you so
That was
much.
amazing.
Thank you.
I like how you said get the job specification, because that actually gives you a direction as to
Yeah.
what you need to know and achieve. Because if
Yeah.
the job spec says you need to have a managerial course, then this year you can work towards a managerial course and apply for that job next year. Speaking to myself as I'm listening to you, I'm getting advice for myself. I have been very complacent. A lot of people are very complacent. You get too comfortable where you are. You love the job because it's the right time, it's the right hours, it's the easy to get to it, and you stay in that job for 10 years, 20 years, you're not progressing anywhere. The thing is, stagnant water will soon begin to stink.
Yes.
Any stagnant water will stink and it will start infecting you. You will start not loving the people around you. It's not because they're not loving. You've overstayed your welcome. It's about time you moved away, because that water has now become stagnant. So we need to get into the idea of getting into courses, not being too comfortable, desiring, like Sister Betty said, be hungry for more. When you are hungry for more, you will give the other person next to you an inspiration to be hungry for more. Because when they see your success, every time I see Anna, I saw her house, I'm like, Lord, I want this house. I nearly fainted when I walked into a new house. It's a blessing. I wasn't jealous. I was wonderfully flabbergasted with the blessing that she's got.
Inspiration. She inspired
I want
you.
that house too. See, if you are hungry for more, you will inspire other people to be hungry for more. And if more of us are hungry, we pull each other up. See, when you're pulling someone up, the process is upward. See,
Yes.
I'm pulling my hand up. What's happening? My hand is going up as well. So when I'm pulling Jacqueline up, she's coming up. But guess what? I'm getting upper as well.
Yes.
So when I pull you up, I go up. Let's
Yes.
be in the habit of pulling each other up. Because when you pull each other down, it's the same thing. You
Yes.
pull me down, you are coming down with me.
Yeah.
So we're not going to succeed at all. So men, don't be threatened by successful and ambitious women. They are an asset to you, to the church, to the society. Women, don't downplay yourself. Don't be complacent. Don't settle. Don't stop yourself from achieving your dreams because you want men to see you as marriage material. You are marriage material just like you are. In fact, you are even more of a marriage material when you are already educated and successful, because you will help more people come up. So I hope this was a good session. For those who came late, I hope you will share this. Coco Afrique, thank you so much, Esperance, for sharing this. She shared the link of Coco Afrique there. Instagram is there. Go and connect with her. Buy the products. You will really, really, really be blessed. It's amazing. Let's all support each other as women, okay? Do you guys like Talk to Me?
Oh yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I
Yes. Yes.
did.
So, Anna, thank you. You came from work. You actually pulled into your drive at 8:30. You did your makeup for 5 minutes to join us. So thank you. Sister Jackie, you look beautiful. You're amazing. By the way, she calls me maestro because when she started her first year at nursing, she saw me as an inspiration. Sister Jackie, thank you. I need to go up so you can be pulled up with me. So Anna, I'm going to surprise you with that course. And Sister Nova, yes, like Anna said, don't settle for being a support worker. You can do more. Don't just do hair where you are open a hair salon, hire people, get bigger and bigger. And thank you for connecting to Talk to Me.
Thank
All of you that
you.
were connecting. Maman Jean Bilonda, Maman Destiny, Brother Francis, Pastor David Efole, Sister Esperance, my Mama Marceline. Thank you, all of you. If you could please share and inspire other women and men tonight, it will be a blessing. So, can we all just say goodbye to them?
Thank
Unless you
you.
all got, have you guys got a word for me, or shall we just go and say goodnight?
Well, good night. Thank you for having me. Thank you, Sister Anna, for your word of encouragement. May God bless you. Sister Nova,
Thank
God
you.
bless you too.
Thank you.
Guys,
Thank
stay
you.
there. Don't
Thank you,
don't
friend.
disconnect yet. I'm gonna disconnect with the people watching at home. God bless you all. Papa Paul, God bless you all that were
Bye.
connected. Until next time, be encouraged, be uplifted, and be
Uplifted.
empowered. And
Thank you
please
very
continue
much.
being ambitious.
Yes.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Take care. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go and subscribe. And the Lord will bless you.
Thank you.
He took me from zero to make me a hero. What my mother could not do, yeah, what my father could could not do, what the doctors could not do, and what the world could not do. My Jesus gives me joy. De la boue maturée pour me donner la forme. De jeter il m'a aidé, Jésus mérite ma louange. Ce que l'homme ne peut pas faire, ce que ton père ne peut pas faire, ce que l'homme ne peut pas faire, lui, il a fait ça pour moi. By fire, by force, we are going higher, we are going forward in Jesus' name. By fire, by force, we are going forward. By fire, by force, we are going higher.